Today I'm here with chapter 13 for class 8 science. The name of chapter is sound. You all are aware with sound can be produced by animals, humans, musical instruments and everybody. And it is also a form of energy. So next chapter for today is sound, and this chapter comes under physics. So what are things we will study in this chapter are sound is produced by a vibrating body. Sound produced by humans means how sound is produced by humans. We will study that also. Then sound needs a medium to propagate. How we hear the sound, amplitude, time period, frequency, different characteristics of sound, audible and inaudible sound, difference between noise and music, and what is noise pollution. So, first of all, you should know that sound is a form of energy through which we are able to hear. It plays a very important role in our life because due to sound only we are able to communicate with others. Okay, and sound is also produced by different musical instruments, and each and every object or each and every human being has a different sound and it can be distinguished. This all we are going to study in this chapter. So first let's start how the sound is produced. Now if you touch a table or a drum while producing the sound, you will feel that it is vibrating. When you are banging the drum, then you will observe the drum is vibrating. Thus it can be said that sound is produced because of vibrations of an object. In other words, a vibrating object produces sound. Only when the object will vibrate, then only it is going to produce the sound. Okay, when you play the guitar, the strings of it, you pluck the string, then what happens? It started moving to and fro, and thus it produces the sound. Tuning fork, it is also a U-shaped metal piece with a handle, and it is also a musical instrument. It is produced by vibrating the prongs of the tuning fork. The two U-shapes, they are known as prongs, and if you produce vibration in them, it will start to produce the sound. Okay, and sometimes the vibrations are clearly visible. You can see the vibrations, whereas in some case the vibrations is small and the sound is feeble. Feeble means it is not very audible, not very clearly audible. It's feeble sound. Now sound is produced due to vibrations. You can put a rubber band in a box, and if you pluck the rubber band, then what you will observe? You can see the rubber band is vibrating and it produces the sound there. Now the quality of sound will change if you replace the rubber band with a metallic wire, because it will have different intensity of vibration and thus different kind of sound is produced through the wire. Now to observe vibrations of a vibrating body, how you can observe the vibrations more clearly? You can just take a tuning fork and you hit its prong on a hard rubber block. Then what you will see, the tuning fork starts to vibrate. If you touch it, you can easily see it is vibrating. And if you put the surface of these prongs on water, then what do you see? You will see the waves are being produced in water because of the vibrations which the prong is producing. Same way, if you take a steel plate and put water in it and bang its sides with a spoon, then again you will see the plate is vibrating, and the water which is there in the plate, it will show waves in it. Okay, so in both these activities, you will observe that sound is produced by vibrations and all vibrating bodies produces sound. In some cases, the vibrations are easily visible. You can see them through your naked eyes, but in most of the cases, they cannot be felt and not seen. You cannot see or you cannot feel because the vibrations are very quick, so it cannot be seen. Now, sound is also produced by different musical instruments. Musical instruments are of two types: stringed, wind, and percussion. String instrument, where the sound is being produced by vibrating strings like violin and guitar, sitar. Wind instrument, where the sound is produced by vibrating air column. Example, trumpet, flute, harmonica. And what happens is in percussion instrument, sound is produced by vibrating of skin or the membranes like tabla, drum and dholak. When the particular thing is being vibrating, then it produces different sound depending upon the type of the instrument. Next topic is sound produced by humans. How the sound is produced by humans. Now, human being produces sound because of vibrations. Where the vibrations are occurring? They are occurring in the voice box. Voice box is also known as larynx. Where it is situated? It is situated at the upper end of the windpipe or trachea. You can see in the slide. And if you see the detailed structure, then you will see it is having the vocal cord or the larynx. It is having two stretched membrane are there in the larynx with a narrow slit. There is a space between them and two vocal cords are there. Is two membranes are there with a slit here. Now see this detailed picture. This is the larynx and these are the vocal cords. Vocal cords are having gap, and in this one vocal cords are vibrating, so there is narrow gap between them. Now when air passes through this stretch membrane, they produces different type of sound with a different combination of stretching. Depending upon the amount of stretching, the different sound is produced. For example, when muscles are attached to vocal cords, make them tight and thin, the type of quality of sound is different when they are loose. So depending upon the distance, the different kind of sound is produced. Let's see this through one of the activity. Now, to demonstrate the working of vocal cords, how you can show the working, you just have to place two rubber strips one above the other and stretch them tightly. Now blow air through the gap between them. What do you observe? You will see the sound is being produced as the air passes through the slit. Now it produces different sound. When you are going to blow the air, then it is producing the sound, and difference in sound can be observed when there is a difference in the stretching of the rubber band. Now, this is the reason why the voice of a person varies. Why we all don't have a similar sound, similar voice? Because there is difference in the length of vocal cords. Vocal cords in men are longer. It is about 20 millimeter. That's why they have a heavy voice. And while women and children, in women's it is around 15, and in children it is more shorter. Therefore, they produces a shrill sound. The voice is not that heavy in men and children. So the reason being the difference in the length of the vocal cords. So this much for today. Next part we will continue in the next video. Thank you so much.